Hello, everyone. It is Saturday morning, and I raise my coffee cup to you. Oh, yeah. A delicious, delicious coffee on a Saturday morning. A couple things before I begin my discussion today. Number one, Kevin, congratulations once more on Rina's birth. She looks fantastic, and I hope that you feel better. It's a shame that as your new family member arrives, you are under the weather. So hopefully you get better and can enjoy both your wife and your daughter coming home this weekend. So what I want to talk about today is testing. Oh my gosh, this week has concluded midterms at the university, and I did something a little bit different this time because I really wanted to set my students up for success. And I usually try to give very challenging exams, but also exams that really reflect the material that's covered in the book. So this term, I decided to change the homework structure a little bit. It's something I instituted last year, and changed the way that I implemented my midterm and final exams. So the way that I do things, and this is mainly, I'm sharing this because there are other instructors that may be looking for other alternatives and different ways to provide testing opportunities for their students that they're teaching, whether it be in the collegiate environment or in high schools or other camp settings. So essentially, we use an English textbook from the United States, and that's not a problem. However, because my class is multi-level and there are a lot of different, I guess, comfort levels with speaking English, I've often found that when it's time to take a test, whether it be midterm or the final, some students do very well, some students don't do very well, some students simply just don't test all that well. There was an incident last year where one of my brightest students in class spoke English fluently, but bombed the test because she didn't really read the instructions and pay attention to what kind of answer I was looking for based on the unit and the way that the instructions for the question was worded. So what I've done this year, and I'm very, very happy to see the results thus far, a little bit more than halfway through, is every unit that we teach in class has a theme. So for the homework assignment, they are tasked with writing a single paragraph about that theme using the target vocabulary and the target grammar that we were covering that week in class. And then the following week, they read that paragraph, and during that process, I coach them on pronunciation, I coach them on grammar points. If they say something that may be in fact grammatically correct, but isn't how we would say it in conversation, or if there's a unique colloquialism based off of that, I take the time to talk with them about that. And we have a really good, maybe first 15, 20 minutes of class, depending on the size of the student numbers in class. So the midterm really builds off that. They're able to choose whichever one of the 6 units. There's 12 units in a semester. Each one of the 6 units that the test period covers, to write a half-page to one-page essay about that topic, and then provide a 2-minute speech on the same subject. And the reason why I do this is that I have found, at least here in Korea, some individuals are much more comfortable speaking, and some individuals are much more comfortable writing. So they may not be a very good speaker, but they may be a grammar whiz and really understand that side of things. So it allows them to score higher on the grammar part than on the public speaking part. I have a number of film and theater majors that sometimes do not grasp the grammar concepts that great, but are excellent because they're used to being on stage, so they can, present an oration and be brilliant as a speaker. So it allows them to score higher points on that side of things. And during the speaking portion, I'm not looking at grammar. I'm looking at voice projection, pronunciation, pace, how well they speak, how comfortable they are. And on the grammar side of things, I'm not looking for, essentially speaking because it's writing, but I'm looking for grammar, and I'm looking for vocabulary, and I'm looking for cohesion within the topic. So it's a really good system, and I've found overall the grades are rising because I'm playing to the students' strengths, but also really focusing on building the work throughout the semester, but also really targeting the objectives of each one of those lessons. Are they learning the correct vocabulary, the grammar, and are they applying what we have been learning all semester long? So it's worked out really, really well. All the grades this term are significantly higher, more number of A's than are typically given or earned on the midterm than just with a simple test. And the number of F's have dropped dramatically. There's still a few D's, but most students are hovering in the B and C range, which is what I would expect. Very few A's, but a little bit more than last year. So it's great. So if you're looking for a way to administer midterm final exams in a collegiate setting, and you're using a lab type book, this might be an option for you. And then, since I do grade on the grammar piece of it, that takes a lot of time because there are a lot of mistakes. But I also let them know that I'm looking for larger key concept areas, and not to be afraid to try. There are only a few students who really missed the mark, and that's reflected in their overall class performance. So that is what I'm doing in terms of midterms and stuff. If you have an interesting story about tests that you received in college, I'd love to hear about it. I unfortunately really don't have any funny stories. I might share a story about an exam my TA told me about that was part of his collegiate career, because that was really funny and we could all relate to that. So anyway, we are going to go see Iron Man 3 today. Ow! Can't wait to go see that. So anyway, see y'all later and have a great day.